There is no right or wrong time to do something in your life. Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this channel. Thank you all so much for being here today. And we are going to talk about the right time is now, like you guys saw from the title. So the first thing I want to talk about is societal pressure. So everybody knows that society is a queen in brainwashing us into thinking that there's a special and a right time to do things in our life. And there is a specific pattern you have to follow in order to be considered a normal person. But let me be the one to tell you, none of that is true. There is no right pattern. There is no such thing as the right time or the wrong time in your life. Things happen to you when they need to happen to you. Things happen to you in the exact time they need to happen to you. You are in the exact spot you need to be in your life right now, okay? Because life always figures itself out. So society has this pattern you have to follow, okay? If you don't follow that pattern, you're weird, you're not normal, you're not going to be successful, blah, 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 blah. That's all crap. You know why? Because there are people, okay, that don't follow what society tells them. Are they not successful? No. Society tells you, oh, you need to go to school and then you need to get a degree, you need to go to university and study a lot, because that's the only way you'll get a really good job and get paid really well to be successful and be able to build your own house and to start a family. Oh, you need to marry before 30, because if you marry after 30, that's gonna be too late for you. Oh, and you also need to save up money. You need to save up money because you're gonna need it when you're older. Oh, but wait, only rich people have money. You know, we are normal people. We can't have that life. We can't have that money. We can't be like them because we're normal, because we're poor, because we're this, because we're that. And oh, we're not like them. But oh, don't forget to have kids before you're 30 as well. When are we going to stop listening to what society has to tell us? We shouldn't be sticking to any patterns. You know what the pattern is? Your pattern, your life. Society has literally brainwashed us into thinking this is the only successful way you can go through life, okay? But that is so wrong in so many levels. Why do you have to marry before 30? There is never going to be a right time or wrong time for anything. It's just your time. It's just someone's time. What society has been telling us that we need to follow up this way because, oh my God, if you don't do it this way, you're weird. No, okay? There's people who get married at 40 years old. So what? So what? Just because they're 40, does it mean they can't be happy and they can't, marry the love of their lives? No, absolutely not. There's people who marry at 22 years old. I know someone who's married and she is 23 years old. I know people who have married way earlier than that, at 20 years old even. Is that wrong? No. So what I mean by this is that you need to fight the pressure that society gives you, okay? Sometimes it can be hard, especially when those same people are the people who live with us, that are in our, family circle or friend circle, It can be really hard to try to escape that idea. But if you truly want to live the life that you always wanted to live, if you truly want to be happy and do things in your time, you need to do your best to escape that bubble as soon as you can, because living inside that bubble is slowly going to kill you in your dreams. So the next thing I want to talk about is the right time is now. What I mean when I say there's no wrong time or right time to do something is that there's no universal pattern or law to tell people when are you supposed to do things in life. It's not going to be the same for you and for me. It's not going to be the same for you and your cousin. It's not going to be the same for you and your best friend, you know? So what I mean is that it might be the right time for you, but it might not be the right time for your friend. So the best time to start something is when you are ready to start it, okay? The best time to create a different reality to your life is when you decide you are ready to do it, okay? The best time to get married is when you decide is the best time to get married. The best time to start this business is when you decide you are ready to start this business. So for example, I had a friend of mine, she found weird that I was not ready to be in a relationship at 20 years old. She said like, oh, you're weird, that's not normal. That's a lie, you are lying, that's not possible. Like everyone feels ready to be in a relationship at 20 years old. Lies after lies after lies, okay? Because first of all, why do I need to feel ready to be in a relationship at 20 years old? Do I need to feel the same way just because I'm 20? No. Do I need to feel the same way as other people who are 20? No as well. Are you going to follow up society just because society tells you like, oh, the right time for you to start a relationship is at 18 years old, because otherwise it's going to be too late and you're not going to find anyone like later than that? I know someone who only found his true love at 30 years old. Where is that rule being true in that person's life? If that was true, he wouldn't have found the love of his life at 30 years old. He would never find it because it was past 18. These are just a few examples for you to understand that what society like makes us believe is not even true. There's probably someone who married at like 40 years old. So what? What is society going to do? Society has this like really structured pattern, you know? And whoever dares to get outside of that pattern, you're considered weird and people are going to look at you. People are going to find you weird and you know, out of this world. If society like says you're weird, let them say you're weird. Because at the end of the day, people will always have an opinion about you. They will always have something to say, but that shouldn't change like the way you want to live your life. If you feel ready like in 2 days, do it in 2 days. If you feel ready like in 2 to 3 years, do it in 2-3 years. I think we got so caught up in this like bubble of pressure from society that we are just in autopilot and we're not really thinking about like, do I feel like this is the right time for me? Do I really want to do this right now? Do I even feel ready to do this right now? We only listen to what society tells us. Because in our mind, if we don't do those things at certain ages that society tells us is the right time to do, we might not be successful and happy. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true. So forget about that bubble. Get out of it and live your life in your own timing. We have reached the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for being here today. And thank you all so much for the amazing support you have been giving me. I cannot express the gratitude that I am feeling for all of you guys' support and love. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of my new upcoming videos. So see you on the next video. Bye guys.